Alrighty, let's talk about Shopify, Google Analytics 4, and Elevar. I am your instructor today, Manisha Mistry. I'm an instructor at measurementmarketing.io. I work with many of our dedicated measurement marketing clients. I am passionate about making marketing data easy to understand and take action on. And currently, I am rocking BigQuery, Shopify, and Analytics Canvas. So if you are part of our Measurement Marketing Academy, you get access to our win courses, our workshops, and you also get access to Ask Instructor Support, where you have access to instructors just like myself, ready to support you, answer your questions, and guide you on your measurement journey. Before we dive into our training, I want to talk about one thing. As you watch this workshop or any of our training, make sure you focus on one thing. Don't try to grab everything while you're watching this. Trust me, I've been there. Pick one thing, learn it, ride the bike, apply it, circle back, and grab another one thing. Before you know it, you've mastered 101 things. Now, let's talk about the measurement marketing framework. So our measurement marketing framework has 3 key steps: plan, build, and launch. By using this framework, you go from marketing in the blind to marketing where you can reliably grow revenue and profit. You go from not knowing what's working to knowing exactly what's working. Now, how do you get there? How do you do that? Well, in plan, you lay out your KIA, your questions, your informations, and actions. Ask the right questions, gather the information to answer those questions, and then using the answers, take action on those answers. That is so important. Then you dive into build, where you gather results, you gather traffic, and using those results and traffic, you tell a story. And then you dive into launch, where you listen to that story. You start to forecast how that story will perform as you move forward, and then using that forecast and listening, you optimize. Now, let's dive in to Elevar. So before we dive in, I just want to show you the Elevar homepage. This is the Elevar homepage. If you've not signed up for Elevar, you want to go to getelevar.com. Once you go there, you can take a look at their pricing. Elevar has made their pricing super convenient, especially for first-time new stores. Anything less than 100 orders is $0 a month, which I think is amazing. So definitely, if you are starting out in Shopify, you're a brand new store, I highly consider this. If you are working for a client that's new or has less than 100 orders a month, highly consider it. And then the other options are laid out down here. If you have more than 100 orders, also consider if you have between like 100 and 150 orders, it's still cheaper to use Elevar than any other tool that I know of. Okay, so let's dive into Elevar. So when you log into Elevar and you go and you come into it, you're actually going to look like this, where you're going to set up your data layer listener, you're going to set up your Shopify notifications, session enrichment, and then you're going to set up your GA4. I'm going to walk you through each of these steps. I do have mine set up, but I'm going to walk you through each step to show you what to set up at each step, and then walk you through an actual debug using GTM, where I'll show you a preview mode and show you what's happening. Okay, so diving in here, first you're going to set up your data layer. You're going to come in here and you're going to go to GTM details and you're going to grab your container ID and place it in here. Where do you get your container ID from? Go into your container. I'm going to show you here. You're going to, once you have a container created, you're going to click on this container ID here. You're going to come into here. You're going to select it in here. Do a Control C, regardless Mac or Windows, pick Control C. Go back into my tracking and paste that number there, and there it is, and save. Okay. The next step is consent. If you have consent, I recommend you read up on consent and figure out which consent your client has. Right now, in my case, I don't have any consent required, so I'm going to say no. Non-Shopify attribution. So this is definitely if you have a non-Shopify subdomain. I don't have one. I do recommend if you have one to read up on their support page right here. And then if you do have one, go down yes and follow the steps and they go through it. In our case, we do not have one, so we're going to go with no here. It is in beta, so this is new functionality. Finally, prepare your store. So you need to go remove anything from your store you've installed in the theme.liquid file or anywhere else. So how do you do this? So I'm going to hop into my store and I'm going to go to online store and themes. Once you're in there, you're going to click the 3 dots and you're going to go to edit code. Now, I highly recommend, you'll see in a second, right here, I have this Chrome plugin. I'll show you guys it. It's called, it's Shopify Theme File Search by Easify. I will put this link in the resources. This is like the most super handy plugin because you can come in here and just type in the word GTM. Make sure you spell that properly. Spelling is sometimes hard for me, and hit search. What's it going to do is in like a second here, it's going to show me the files where there is GTM, basically where the GTM snippet is. I have Elevar files here because I have Elevar installed, but if you have any files here like the theme.liquid or checkout.liquid, you're definitely going to want to go remove the GTM code from there. It's really popular, especially anybody who has installed UA. Most likely there is the GTM code somewhere in your theme.liquid file, so really keep an eye for theme.liquid. To go to any one of these files, you just click on it and it will load. Okay, so I've ensured that I don't have my GTM code anywhere else but these Elevar files, which is perfect. So I'm going to go configure checkout. So to configure checkout, you're going to want to copy the code in here. And they give you great steps here. They go open your checkout settings, scroll down to order status, and then place this under additional scripts. So I'm going to go in here. So I have my checkout settings, right? I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Oops, I skipped it. Order status page, additional scripts, and I have additional scripts, and I've pasted that in here. Okay? And then make sure you hit save, and you can close out. Okay, finally, you're going to install in your store. So I can hit reinstall. You're going to hit install. I'll show you what happens. What you're looking for is a green check mark here telling you all is good. Ta-da, all is good. So now we're going to go back. I'm going to go to the next step, which is the data layer listener. Okay, so in the data layer listener, you're going to want to configure your checkout. So there's a bit more code here you have to put into your checkout. This is specifically for stores that do not have a checkout.liquid file. The only stores that have a checkout.liquid file is a Shopify Plus store. So if you're not a Shopify Plus store, you're going to have to do this step. So what you're going to do is copy this code, head over back into your checkout, and scroll down to your order status. At the end of the code, so find the end of your code and paste this in. So I have this at the end of my code right around, I'll show you where I have it. Right around here is where it starts. So you're going to want to make sure you paste that at the end of the code you pasted the other one at. Once you've done that, scroll down, go to install and store, and click install. And I'm going to reinstall that as well for you to show you guys. Okay, so now you've done those two pieces. The final piece is the Shopify notifications. So here what you're going to want to do is you're just going to go, you've completed the required steps, so they know it's done, and I'm going to install on my store. Yours is going to say install. I've already installed it on my store, but yours is going to say install. Make sure you install it. Okay. Once you have all this configured and ready to go, session enhancement is really new. I'm not going to go into details on that. I recommend if you want to read about that, I recommend you read about that and learn more about session enhancement right here. They have a good page dedicated on that, and they talk about it. Not something I'm going to dive in onto this workshop. Okay. So next is your destinations, and I have a GA4 destination set up right here. So you want to make sure you have a Google Analytics 4 account and a GTM ready to go, but you're definitely going to want a Google Analytics 4 account for this. Okay, so diving into my tracking again. So the first thing you're going to come into is events. I recommend you use the recommended settings here. You use best practice for events. Save. Yes, save. Then you're going to go to consent mode. If you do have any consent required, like you did in the past step, I recommend you go through this. I don't have any consent, so I won't be going through that, but they have a great video and they have a setup guide right here. Transaction identifier, they recommend you use order name. Go with the recommended unless there's a reason you can't go with the recommended. And if you have any questions and you're part of the academy, I highly recommend you ask us in Ask Instructor Support. Finally, product identifier, a good one to use would be the SKU. Block transactions. So in this case, I am sending all transactions, but you can definitely block transactions, especially ones that are maybe coming directly from your point of sale. In my case, I'm okay sending all my transactions because in my test store, all the transactions come directly from the test website. Subscriptions, if you are a store with subscriptions, you can now track them if they go through the checkout right here, and you can actually figure out which attribution model you want to use. In this case, I am not going to be tracking subscriptions. As mentioned, if you are tracking subscriptions and have questions, you can ask us in Ask Instructor, or you can check the setup guide. Finally, GA4 settings. Here is when you need your measurement ID. So you're going to hop into your analytics. You're going to go to admin. You're going to scroll to your data stream. You're going to click on a data stream. If you don't have a data stream, you'll need to create one. And then you're going to copy your measurement ID. You're going to head back into My Tracking and paste that there and hit save. Yes. As a final step, you're going to come into your web container. And this is honestly what I love about Elevar is they give you a pre-built web tags ready to go. So you're going to download this container. It's going to take a second and it's going to download. So here it is. So now what you're going to do is you're going to hop into your GTM because we need to get your GTM set up. You're going to come into here and go to admin. You're going to go down here and you're going to go import container. You're going to choose your container. So I'm going to come in here and pick my container. There is my container right there. Okay, I recommend you pick a new workspace and name this. Name this Elevar. I actually like to call this exactly what it is, Elevar installation. You can give it a description too, especially if there's multiple people back there in your container, you really want to give it a description. I highly recommend, doesn't matter new container, old container, workspace, always do merge, always do rename so you have a chance to address any conflicting. In this case, I have no conflicting, but you really want to make sure you don't override anything you have. So new workspace is highly recommended, and name your workspace. Okay, confirm. So now what it's going to do, it's going to add everything in here, all the tags you need. Now here's one thing that I love about Elevar. You got to see this, okay? Because this is like beyond amazing, and I love the fact they can do this. If I scroll down here to GA4 ID, note that when you downloaded that, they put in your ID here. So your ID is most likely different than mine. So if you're following along, go check your ID. Note that it's going to be the right ID, which is super awesome. Okay, so now we're actually going to test this. We're going to go ahead and test this. So I have this all set up. Yep. I'm going to go back. So I have this all set up. Once you have this all set up, you got a bunch of green check marks going. You can go to real-time tracking, and it will show you actually what's happening in the real time. It might take a second to load, so just give it a moment. So here we have it. You can already see that I placed an order, but we'll place one more order. Okay, so we're going to come back in GTM now, and we are going to fire up preview mode. Give this a second to load. Here we have our URL. We're coming up. Okay, so here's our store, and here's Tag Assistant, and we are going to hit continue here. So we know Elevar is on, right? And we have our GTM. What we're going to do is we're going to come into real-time tracking here. Let me just do that here. Reports. Give this a second to load. I'm going to come into real-time tracking here. Okay, so we have everything loaded. It's already starting to see some users and some action. Okay, so we're going to come into here, and we're going to go through our steps. So this is my test product. It's a great product. Trust me, it's an amazing product with no pictures. So we're going to come in here. We're going to see what's happening in GTM. So GTM's loading. Give this a second. I should see a view product, a view item right here. Okay, and there you go. The tag has fired, giving GA4 the signal that I viewed an item. So now we're actually going to add this to cart. So give that a second. Okay, we're going to come into here. We're going to look for an add to cart, and it's telling an add to cart. Now you have to note that the purchase tag, when I do the purchase in a few minutes, you're not going to see the purchase tag fire because Elevar is using Elevar server-side tracking, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go do our checkout now. Let's buy this $10 product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into here, and I'm going to type my phone number, which is 416-222-2222, and that should load some information. Oh, that didn't work. I'm actually just going to pick one of my test accounts then. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. But we are going to update. Here we go. But we are going to give the phone number a 416-222-2222. Okay. And the email is going to be test@test.com. There you go. Okay, so we've entered some test information. Just to zero out our total, we're going to use a discount code because everything is free for me today. There we go. Okay, so we have the information here. We're going to take a look at what's happening in Tag Assistant. So we can see an add to cart, and we can see that I've started the form, and all that fun stuff is right there, right? Okay, so we're going to come back here. I'm going to go continue. And I'm going to continue to payment. Okay, so now we're going to go complete the order. Now, in most cases, you would expect to see purchase here and then see the purchase tag. The reason you're not going to see it here is because this is server-side tracking. So even though the tag doesn't fire here, what's going to happen is Shopify is going to send the signal directly to Elevar, and Elevar is going to send it to GA4. So to show you that, the purchase tag here is right here. Can't click on that. There we go. Okay, this is not happening. There we go. So I've clicked on it, but as you can see, this is paused. So let's hop over to real-time tracking. Give this a second. It might take a second to load. The last test I did took about a minute or two. So it's not like, within 10 seconds, but it's totally within a minute. So we're just going to give this a second, and you will see it come up. Let's just let this reload. And you can send the information from Elevar to your store through Elevar to GA4. You can send it to Facebook, to Google Ads. That's a great thing about Elevar is you can get everything configured so that when an order comes into your store, Elevar is able to send it to multiple destinations at the same time. Let it be GA4, Facebook, or Google. I'm just going to keep giving this a refresh here to make sure we see the order. It will show up. Trust me. Oh, there you go. See, 123. See, it's actually going live on the screen. Isn't this amazing? Had to do that. But here you go. Here it is. Here's the totals. And if we were to hop into our analytics, and let's just see if it came up here. It did right here. Here's my purchase right there. Okay. So now what I recommend you do is once you've tested it all, you can close out of here, you can close out of here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to submit your changes. You can say Elevar installation, you can say installed Elevar, and tested it, all good, you know. And I recommend if multiple people are using this GTM, leave a lot of comments. It helps because let's say you take a vacation day or you're not available at the moment, at least they can look at the comments and know what's going on and give that a publish. So there we have it. We've definitely installed Elevar. Our tracking is set up. We got real-time tracking. And I can circle now. If I want to do Facebook or Google, I can go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so what was your one thing while you watch it? Was the one thing that Elevar had server-side tracking? That definitely is a huge win to many new Shopify stores out there. So that was my one thing when I learned about this. Highly recommend if you have one thing, share it with us either in YouTube or if you're back in the Academy, share it with us through the Academy. I also recommend that if you are not subscribed to this channel to subscribe now. We have a lot of great workshops coming out, so stay tuned for those. Again, the Academy has the Measurement Marketing Framework in it. Know that we actually offer this training for free. So if you want to learn about the Measurement Marketing Foundation framework for free, I recommend you join the Measurement Marketing Academy. In there, in addition to the Win course on the Measurement Marketing Framework, we offer Workshop Wednesday, Traffic Tracking Toolkit, Google Analytics Report Card, and many more tidbits for you for free. Finally, to join the Academy, you can go to measure.tips/getacademy. Hope you enjoyed today's workshop on Shopify, Google Analytics 4, and Elevar.